Hey guys, it's Wyatt here with Wyatt's Tractor Sales. We're back for another video. In this video, we're going to be looking at an Oliver 88 row crop, the same one that we used in our Will It Start video back a couple weeks ago. So in this video, we're going to dismantle this tractor, take it apart in several pieces. We've got several of them sold already, and some of them I'm going to use, and other ones are still for sale. So we're going to be doing that during this video. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Watch the field behind the plow turn to straight dark rows. Feel the trickle in your clothes, blow the dust cakes from your nose. Hear the tractor's steady roar, no you can't stop now. With a quarter section more or less to go.
So I'm going to give you guys a little history on the Oliver 88 because history is one of the most important things to me about these old tractors. One of the things I enjoy learning the most about. And the Oliver company just has so much history, and I really like the Oliver history almost more than any other company. So the 88 came out in 1947. It was the first of the Fleetline series, but when it came out in 47, it was styled like the 60 and 70 model. And so with the 60 and 70, you know, they had the old screen style grill. They weren't styled like this at all. So the engineers in 1948 came up with this design that you see right here. I'm gonna walk around here so you guys can see the other side of it. But they came out with this design in 1948, and when they came out with this, to me, it's one of the most beautiful designs of tractors that were designed, especially at that time. They were very streamlined. Side curtains covered everything. That is definitely something that's appealing to me. So the 88 was a 3-plow tractor. They were offered in 2 different variations, in a standard tread or row crop. This is the row crop version that you're looking at. The 88 was very, very popular tractor. We've actually got 3 of them here at our farm. One of them, the diesel, is the one that we still use. We use it to rake hay, and as of a few years ago, we were still planting corn and beans with it. So the 88 is definitely a very popular tractor. Surprisingly, it's hard to find parts for, and that's why this tractor is here, because parts are not very readily available, and when they are available, they cost a lot of money. And when you're working on a restoration on a budget, a lot of money is not really an option. So this here's my 88 that I'm using for parts. For the restoration project I started last November. And we'll go look at that tractor here in just a moment. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you guys enjoy seeing this pretty decent old tractor get tore apart and help make multiple tractors live again. Okay guys, so here's the 88 that I'm in the process of restoring. And yeah, I'm sure this tractor probably looks rougher than the parts donor tractor that we just walked away from. So the story with this tractor was that the previous owner that I purchased it from, who was also an Oliver collector in our area, he was working on converting this over to propane. And I bought the tractor from him in September of 2021. And so November of 2021, I decided I was going to take this tractor into our school shop and restore it as part of my FFA project. And the propane conversion was mostly done, but he had let it sit out in weather, and that stuff, it was no longer any good after sitting outside for that long. A lot of it was very rusty, and propane and rust evidently don't mix. So in February of 2022, we finally got the tractor running. The motor, we got it running. And yeah, I mean, it run really good. Of course, it was straight pipe there, so it's very loud. But we did get it running on gas. So we ended up saying, well, we're just going to go ahead and finish the conversion. So I needed to buy a parts tractor, and it took me until April of 23 to find a parts tractor for it. So I'm going to take that tractor apart, use the sheet metal and stuff to finish this tractor. It's got some other things that need done to it. Needs brakes, and the seat need work. I've got brand new gauges. I've had them in there at one point, but I took them out to keep them from weathering out here before I got this done. Obviously the grill needs fixed again. Those were brand new grills I put in there, and we had a hailstorm here recently, and it actually did that to it. So that's gonna have to be fixed. And all this up here, some of this was caved in, and I did a lot of beating trying to get that all beat back. And you can see, like right here, there's a dent, and up there's a big dip from where the hail has beat it up. I don't know, I'm not really too worried about it, but I think I'm going to take all that off, put a radiator in it also, which I'm probably going to pull from the donor tractor. So we'll probably go ahead and fix those dents while it's all apart. But yeah, so it's definitely still a project. Over about a year and a half since I bought it, and I was hoping to have it done by the time I was out of high school, but I'm actually graduating this week, and clearly it's not done. So we'll continue this FFA project probably for a while. I'm gonna try to keep doing videos of this tractor so you guys can see the restoration process of this tractor. And for all you nut and bolt restoration guys, I'm not one of those. I do what needs done to them and paint them up and call that good enough. So I'm a don't fix what's not broken kind of guy. So there it is. There's my 88. And actually, if I had everything hooked up still, we could fire it up. It actually has not run since like March of 22. So it's been over a year since it run. I'm pretty confident it wouldn't take much to get it running again. So maybe we'll do another will it start on it and see if it'll crank over for us after sitting for a year. So we're back over at the donor tractor. What we're going to do with this one, of course, like I said, we're going to take it apart piece by piece pretty well. Not completely piece by piece, but we're going to leave some big chunks together. The motor is going to be sold. I've actually got it sold to somebody already. So I've got to get it set out for him. And the rear end, I've got most of the back half of the tractor is all going in one piece to that guy. There's certain things that I have to take apart. So we'll get on it. But first I want to fire it up and play with it a little bit more before we, take it apart, and to where it'll never be together ever again. And I did want to apologize for some of these camera shots. I'm by myself today. Usually Ollie's with me out here to film, so that's why the photography or videography is not as well as it usually is. gas. I know it's getting gas. We'll check it anyways. Yeah, it looks pretty empty. But look how clean that tank is. That's fantastic. And my tractor definitely needs it, so that's one hard job it's already done for me. Is that fuel tank for sure. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna put some gas in it, and we're gonna see if that don't fix it. If not, I guess we won't worry about it starting it again, because I know it runs, so that ain't the problem. But yeah. Okay, we've got some gas in it. We're gonna see if it'll fire up this time for us. And of course, as you can see up there, the can, whoever screwed the spout on it didn't get it tight, so it leaked everywhere. Probably more than what I got in the tank, which always happens. Nope. I don't think that switch works. Okay guys, we're working on getting this 88 took apart today. Alright, so the first thing we're doing here is we're going to take all the sheet metal off. The sheet metal is going to go on my 88, which you guys saw earlier. We're going to spray all these nuts with Freol. All the screws and nuts and bolts, everything I'm taking out. Ain't nothing on the back. Alright, well, we've got the motor sold out of it, and we've got the rear end sold. So that's kind of today's goal, is to get it down to those two pieces. And take the rest of the pieces that I'm going to keep or going to use and get them put up for storage. So alright. Okay, next thing we're doing here is we're going to take the fuel tank off. Well, I'm taking everything off, but I'm going to use on my other 88. safe, it looks like. There's the nose cone, and I'm pretty sure that piece was supposed to sit up on there like that. I mean, it's supposed to be attached, but alright, then these hoses off here. Okay, well, we finally got the radiator out here. Alright. There's lots of dirt dauber nest in it. Lots of them up in there. But I think I'm going to have that for my tractor, so I'm probably going to clean that one up and make sure we take good care of that. Make sure it don't get beat up or anything. Alright, now we're going to try to take the fuel tank off here. And then we should be down pretty well to the bare tractor. That's pretty painless. Alright, and that looks like a pretty good tank, so we'll use that on the 88 we're restoring. So okay guys, we're back here at the back of the tractor, and we're going to work on getting the PTO out in order to get the motor out. So the first thing I'm doing here is taking the seat off. For one, it's going to give me more room back here, and two, I'm taking it off anyways, so I might as well do it now and just get it out of my way. Make everything else a little easier. So I just got done watching a video. Yes, I watch YouTube videos too, on how to do things like this. Like I said a minute ago, I've never done this before, so this is a learning experience for me. And I'm sure some of you guys are probably watching this to figure out what you're doing on yours. So I just watched a video on Bibster's Repair Shop, so if any of you are watching this for the same reason I watched his, I'd encourage you to go check his video out too when you're finished with mine, because it's also helpful. It gave me, I kind of knew how to do this, but it gave me a good visual on what to do, and kind of showed me which bolts to take out and in what order to take them out. Seemed like he's a very plain Jane guy. Got that one out. He's the kind of guy that just tells you how it is, and tells you what to do. So I like channels like that, and I try to make mine like that. All right, it's out. And there's the seat. Alright, now we got room to work on the PTO here. Alright guys, today it's the 4th day we're working on this project tractor, or not the project tractor, the parts tractor that we're parting out. So today we're gonna work on taking the PTO out. Didn't get quite to this the other day. We was working on getting the seat off, getting it out of the way. So we're gonna take the PTO out, that way we can get the engine out. Okay, you can shut it off. Okay guys, so what we did, and we're still taking out the last one here, is we, if I can get it out, we're taking out 4 bolts down here underneath the PTO. That's what holds this housing here on. And so once I get these out, and they get the work done up there, all this should come apart. Well, this should come off right now. But yeah, there's the 4 bolts. They're just right into there. You'll just take those off.
It's already loose.
And then this piece here should come off.
Try disengaging it.
There it goes, okay. Thanks, Ollie. Okay, so yeah, tip there it needs to be disengaged, obviously. Okay, so there's that housing. We're gonna leave it sit there like that. Probably clean it up a little bit for it.
Okay.
Okay, so there is 3 bolts in here. Ollie, you want to get a little closer and show these for them? Sorry. Alright, so there's 3 bolts around there. Ow. We're just going to take these 3 bolts out, and we should be able to slide the whole shaft out. Okay, it does kind of catch there on the deal, but
I paused it.
that's fine. Raise your knob now.
Yeah. Size is it?
9/16.
And all these halves. Oh, there's one.
Okay, so we've got the PTO clutch all loose and everything's ready to just pull out. But first we gotta, I'll let you come up here. We're gonna take the coupler off that couples the engine to the rear end and the clutch, PTO and all that. Not the clutch, but the PTO clutch and that. But the belt pulley and the dash need to come out in order to get to that coupler easily. And most of the time I wouldn't worry about taking all this out, but since it's being took off anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take it off before we take off, before we uncouple the coupler. So we're gonna go ahead and do that next. Okay guys, so we've got the dash taken off, and we got the clutch unhooked. We were gonna have it all on video here, but the phone decided to overheat. So I had to let it cool down, and we got the clutch unhooked and the dash taken out while it was cooling down. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the PTO out, and then we should be able to get the belt pulley out. So I'm going to give Ollie the camera here. And we're going to see if we can pull the PTO out. There it is. Alright, should be far enough. I hope. No, I don't know why it wouldn't be. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's out. Oh, okay guys, here's what we're looking at here on the belt pulley unit. There's 2 bolts right here that we're working on taking out. Ollie found some on the other side. I think those are going to get it out, and it should come right off. So that's the hope. Okay guys, we've got the belt pulley unit out. It's over here on the ground. Gonna show it. Okay, so the unit's out. It was, I believe, seven bolts took out. Pretty simple. Mostly once you got it off the, once you got all the bolts out, the hardest part was just getting it off the rear end. So how the belt pulley came off, I didn't have enough hands to video all this. But this gear was all the way back there. This was on the end. Up here, there was a snap ring and an O-ring in there. And if anybody has any questions about that, leave a comment and I can give you more details on how all that went. But yeah, we got the pulley out. We're getting ready to take the motor mounts off, and then we'll set the motor out later on today. So we're getting there, guys.